We need to change the wedding date. Postpone it by exactly 1 month. Contact the venue right now.
Postpone? What do you mean?
Just hurry up and contact the venue. We're running out of time.
This is so sudden. I don't know what to do. We've already set the date and finalized the contract with the venue. What happened? I can't contact them without knowing the reason.
A major emergency came up. The date clashes with my family's annual trip.
Family trip? What family trip? You mean the annual trip your family takes?
Yeah, that's right. It overlaps with our big family reunion trip. I just told my parents about our wedding date, and they said we need to change it because of the trip.
And we're the ones who have to change?
They've already booked the accommodations. It'll be a waste to cancel, so we have to move our date.
I told you we should double check with both sets of parents before finalizing the venue. But you kept insisting it would be fine. You were too lazy to go to the venue multiple times, so you went ahead and signed the contract. And now look what's happened.
Shut up! A family trip is usually in summer. I didn't expect it to be in winter this year.
If that's the case, why don't you contact the venue to change the date? It's your family situation causing this.
I can't make such an embarrassing call. You do it. Contact them right now, got it?
I can't believe this. How am I supposed to explain this to the venue?
Just tell them something came up. It's not that hard.
It is hard. We signed a contract. There might be penalties for changing the date.
Then we'll pay the penalties. Just do it.
We'll pay? You mean I'll pay, right? Because you never want to take responsibility for anything.
Stop arguing, just make the call.
Fine, I'll call. But don't blame me if this ends up costing us a lot of money.
Whatever, just get it done.
I've called the venue. They said they're fully booked for the next 3 months. We can't postpone.
What? It's ridiculous. Tell them to make it work.
It doesn't work that way, James. They have other weddings booked.
Then what are we supposed to do?
I don't know. Maybe we should talk to your parents about changing their trip date?
No way! The family trip is sacred. We can't change that.
But we can change our wedding? How is that fair?
Life isn't fair. Deal with it.
I can't believe you're acting like this. This is our wedding we're talking about.
It's just a ceremony. We can do it any time.
It's not just a ceremony to me. I've been planning this for months.
Well, unplan it then.
You're unbelievable.
Sarah, you ruined our annual family trip. We had already chosen a place to stay.
I'm so sorry about this. I tried to postpone the wedding by a month, but the venue was fully booked. We ended up having to cancel your trip instead. I'm truly sorry.
Apologizing to me alone isn't enough. Everyone in the family was looking forward to this trip. You should apologize to all of them.
This is entirely our fault for not double-checking. I'm really sorry. It's just that James told me the family trip was always in summer, so I thought a winter wedding would be fine.
Oh, so you're saying it's my fault for deciding on a winter trip this year? How dare you blame me, you ungrateful girl?
That's not what I meant at all.
We wanted to go to a hot spring resort this year. Winter is better than summer for enjoying hot springs. What's wrong with choosing winter? You're attacking me with your insolent attitude. I just wanted to create happy memories with my family.
I'm really sorry, but I'm not trying to blame you at all.
This is why I didn't want a daughter-in-law from a single-parent home. Ugh, I wish we could break off this engagement right now.
Excuse me?
I bet being poor single-parent family like yours never went on family trips. That's why you can't understand how important this is to us. For us, spending time together as a family once a year is normal. How dare you ruin our fun, you pauper?
Wait a minute. Where is this pauper talk coming from? Yes, I was raised by a single mother, but that doesn't make us poor.
Be quiet, you poor thing. This is why I was against this marriage from the start. Children from single-parent homes don't appreciate family values. And on top of that, you're just the worst.
What did you say?
A wedding can happen anytime, but you're forcing everyone looking forward to the family trip to give it up. What a terrible daughter-in-law you are.
I tried my best to postpone the wedding, but all the dates this year were already booked. We would have had to cancel and rebook, which would incur cancellation fees. I feel terrible about changing your family trip plans.
If cancellation fees are the problem, your parents should pay. This is all because of your selfishness. Your parents should take responsibility.
But the main cause of this is James. He's the one who went ahead and signed the contract with the venue without checking.
What excuse are you going to make next? You're trying to say you're not at fault at all, aren't you?
Of course, I share some blame for going along with him, but the primary cause is definitely James.
This is why children from poor single-parent homes are trouble. My son feels terrible about canceling the family trip. He was crying and apologizing to me, but look at your horrible attitude.
That's not true. I feel bad about this too.
You should be grateful to us for being considerate enough to give up our trip. Stop with your insolent attitude.
Yes, I understand. Thank you very much for your consideration. I'll do my best to make sure the wedding is enjoyable for everyone.
Hey Sarah, today's wedding is canceled. Tell the venue staff.
Canceled? What do you mean? What's going on? Did something happen?
We've decided to go on the family trip after all, so let's cancel today's wedding.
What are you talking about?
Our annual family trip was canceled because of us, remember? My parents have been depressed ever since. They keep saying we should be on the trip today. I couldn't bear to see them sad, so I decided we should go on the trip.
What? I understand feeling bad, but why does that mean canceling our wedding? If you want to go on a trip so badly, why not go tomorrow?
The hotel only had rooms available for today. When I called, they said all the cancellations opened up. It feels like fate, so we have to go.
So you're canceling our wedding for a family trip? You're choosing your family trip over me?
Of course! My relatives are important family too. Plus, my parents are overjoyed at the thought of going on the trip. If it means everyone's smiling, I don't mind canceling the wedding.
This can't be happening.
By the way, I didn't book a room for you. The available rooms were just enough for us, so I couldn't get one for you. You stay here and handle the cancellation procedures, alright?
What is this? My mother has been preparing since yesterday, and now it's canceled for this reason? You're insulting both me and my mother.
Shut up! If you keep complaining, you might as well cancel the whole marriage.
What did you say?
But you'd be in trouble if our marriage was called off, wouldn't you? A girl from a single-parent home isn't exactly in high demand as a wife. Without me, you'll be a spinster for life.
Stop it. How can you say such things? When we first started dating, you were so kind and wonderful. But as soon as you found out I was from a single-parent home, your attitude completely changed. I never imagined you held such terrible values.
Huh? It's not about values, it's facts. Most single-parent homes are poor. And kids with only one parent don't know family love. They're pitiful children. You should be grateful that my family and I were willing to accept someone like you.
What did you say?
Well, we're about to leave. The wedding with the poor girl from a broken home is canceled. I'll buy you a souvenir. Take care of the cancellation procedures, okay?
Oh, but there's no need to cancel the wedding plans. Yes, I'm glad I had the courage to cancel it earlier. If we had canceled on the day, it would have cost even more. I really wanted to see your surprised faces in person, but I guess that can't be helped. Enjoy your hot springs with everyone. We'll discuss dissolving our engagement when you get back, okay?
Wait a minute. What's going on with the wedding? We were supposed to get married today, weren't we?
Well, that was the plan a few months ago, but I've grown tired of marrying you, so I went ahead and canceled it on my own. I wanted to discuss ending our engagement today.
What are you talking about?
I got tired of being attacked every day. Your mother kept calling, telling me to be grateful that they accommodated our schedule. She even insulted my family background, and you didn't stop her. You joined in blaming me. Of course, I don't want to get married anymore.
How dare you cancel it on your own? Are you stupid?
You made the wedding contract on your own too, didn't you? So it's fair if I cancel it on my own. Let's call it even, shall we?
What?
You should be thanking me for canceling early. If we had canceled on the day, we'd have to pay 100% of the wedding cost. But because I canceled early, it was much cheaper. Make sure you thank me properly when you get back.
Don't be ridiculous. How can you expect gratitude after doing something so selfish?
The most selfish thing right now is what you're doing. Going on a family trip on your wedding day? If I hadn't canceled, can you imagine what would have happened? Just thinking about it makes me shudder. Oh, since we're at it, maybe I'll go to a nearby hot spring with my mother. It'll be nice to toast to the end of our engagement.
Wait, Sarah! Are you really planning to break up with me? This isn't a joke? You're really calling off the whole marriage?
Yes. I don't want to be with such a petty jerk anymore.
What did you say?
Besides, you should be happy we're breaking up. Your mother was secretly against our marriage anyway. She'll probably be the happiest about our breakup. You love making your family happy, don't you, James?
Oh, is that so? If you're going to act like this, then fine. Let's break up. Don't come crying back to me later. Even if you beg me to marry you later, it'll be too late.
Oh, I heard everything from James. So the whole marriage is off? You did well to cancel the venue in advance. I guess even an impertinent girl like you can do something right.
You're welcome. Thanks to this, I won't be wasting my life either. I'm sure I'll soon marry someone wonderful who's the complete opposite of James.
Ha! You'll never get married now. Such an insolent girl from a poor single-parent home. What a miserable life you'll have, all alone forever without a family or children.
I don't mind being alone. Marriage and children aren't everything in life. I have my job, a place to live, and enough money to get by. That's all I need. Fortunately, I'm highly valued at work. I earn more than James, so I'll enjoy my single life.
What? You earn more than my son?
Yes. I've been promoted faster in my career. My base salary is higher than his, and my sales performance is leagues ahead of his. If you include my bonuses, my annual income is several times his.
Wait a minute. You two work at the same company?
Huh? Didn't we talk about this normally? I met him at work.
Well, I heard that, but I thought you were just a temp worker.
I never said I was a temp worker.
But a girl from a single-parent home couldn't possibly be at the same level as my son in the company. So I thought you must have met him while working as a temp. To think you're actually working at the same company. And you're saying you earn more than him? How is that possible?
Maybe I'm just too excellent. Or maybe he's just too incompetent.
What did you say?
Well, my earnings don't matter now, do they? We're breaking up, so it's none of your business anymore.
No, it does matter. As frustrating as it is, you earn more than my son. That means if you became his wife, we could upgrade our future family trips. Let's call off the break-off.
What?
A wife's money is the family's money. If you get married, you'll be paying for our family trips every year from now on.
Who would agree to be your ATM? It's too late to change your tune now. I absolutely won't marry your idiot son.
How dare you be so insolent? This is why girls from poor, single-parent homes are so shameless. I'd like to see your parents' face.
Oh, but you see her face plenty. You get called into her office for warnings every day, don't you?
Huh?
You work part-time at the local supermarket chain, right? My mother was recently transferred there from head office. I heard she often calls you in because your work attitude is terrible. Did you forget your boss's face?
You're lying. That woman is your mother?
I heard there were too many part-timers with awful attendance, so my mother was moved there to improve the environment. But despite repeated warnings, there's been no improvement. I heard they might have to fire someone soon.
What?
If you get fired, you can go on family trips whenever you like.
No, wait. If I can't work part-time, I won't be able to give pocket money to my grandchildren. We won't be able to go on trips either.
Then give up and look for another part-time job. It seems impossible to keep working under my mother now.
This can't be happening.
Well, I'll be going now. Enjoy your hot springs trip.
Hey, Sarah. We were completely in the wrong. I'm sorry. Won't you marry me?
That's completely impossible. Please pay half of the cancellation fees. And separately, I'll be claiming compensation for all the insults and emotional blackmail. Please prepare for that as well.
Huh? You're claiming compensation?
Of course. You've said so many hurtful things, calling me poor, miserable, pitiful. I'm planning to hire a lawyer, so complain all you want.
Come on, don't say that. I'm sorry for getting carried away. I was just jealous of you. You keep getting promoted. Your sales performance is better than mine. It was frustrating to see the gap between us, so I couldn't help but act that way.
Uh-huh. What a childish and awful excuse. Thanks for giving me another reason to be glad we broke up.
Even after I apologize so much, you won't reconsider?
Your apology has no value, so no matter how much you apologize, it's useless.
No way!
From now on, please communicate through my lawyer. At work, treat me as just another colleague. Oh, but I guess I'm your superior now that I've been promoted. Please treat me as your boss from now on, okay? Thanks to the smooth handling by my lawyer, I was able to successfully cancel the marriage. James seemed to accept it and quickly paid the compensation. As for his mother and family, she was fired from her part-time job as soon as they returned from the trip. Apparently, she has been secretly pocketing money from the cash register. My mother presented evidence of embezzlement, resulting in immediate dismissal. They avoided police involvement by promising full repayment, but rumors spread quickly throughout the town. As a result, even when they went on trips, people would whisper, "I wonder if they're using the embezzled money for this trip." Eventually, I heard that their annual family trip tradition came to an end.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Camille, why were you holding hands with Aiden? Oh shit, did you see us dating? What, date? Well, I think that you'll eventually find out, so it'll tell you the truth. But I'm going out with Aiden. Sorry for stealing him. Wait, what? I thought you knew because you saw us, right? He's so into me. He said that he likes me more, so he gives me a present every time we go on a date. Seriously. He's not that bad looking. I love the fact that he was top university graduate and rich. His parents own a few rental estate companies and even a condo. OMG, he is perfect. Is that the reason why you stole him from me? What's wrong with that? You were so selfish growing up and would do anything to have it your way, or get what you want. Oh, was I like that growing up? Yes. When you wanted a toy, you cried all day for about 3 days and annoyed mom and dad when they ended up buying it for you finally. Also, when you were replaced from the starting lineup for your softball team, you messed up the locker room. You only think about yourself, huh? Don't you think about the other person's feelings? Don't you think that I'm a genius to think about those things, though? I'm sorry, but this is me. Your attitude is disgusting, Camille. You never apologize, do you? Oh, do you want me to apologize to you now? If I do, will you forgive me? I don't need an apology from someone like you. You know what? I'm wasting my time talking to you, so I'll ask Aiden about this. A moment later. Hi, Aiden. Seems like you're going out with my sister Camille. Do you want to talk about it?
What?
Since when? Are you going to stay with her? Because if you do, I don't want to share. Just, ew.
Wait, when did you hear about this? Why would Camille tell you about this?
I'm the one asking you a question now, so all you need to do is answer me, okay? What's up with you dating my sister? You're my boyfriend. Are you serious? You're probably the only idiot who would do something like this.
Are you making fun of me?
It's true though, right? Can't believe you would do something so gross.
Do you think a person who graduated from a low-level college like you can make fun of me?
Excuse me?
It's just cheating, for God's sakes. Why are you making such a fuss about it? Let me tell you something. You should know that it's your fault that I cheated, okay?
Why are you attacking me?
Just shut up, okay? Don't act cocky just because you're doing well at work. Okay, you know what? I'll split everything out. We have been going out since last year, and yeah, I'm planning to stay with her. You are not the one for me. I answered your question.
So you're gonna dump me?
Exactly. I don't need a whore like you who butters up to the boss.
Butter up? Me?
Yes, even though I'm a top university graduate, I know why you were the boss's favourite. Also, I should have been the leader for the large-scale project last month. Why you? Why are you in the spotlight instead of me?
Okay, first of all, I did not butter up to the boss. My achievement and my effort took me there.
What's with the attitude? You saying that I didn't try hard enough?
Yes. You make other people do small projects for you because you think that it's for low-level people. Also, you blame others when you're the one who makes mistakes. Do you think that someone like you is going to be a good leader?
Just because you're the boss's favourite doesn't mean that you can say anything to me. You can just admit, you know.
Didn't I just tell you that I didn't do anything?
That's why I decided to go out with your sister, okay? You were cocky and even lie.
Okay, you know what? You're wasting my time also, so I have no problem breaking up with you.
Wow, you're such a bitch until the end. Why don't you admit and apologise to me about buttering up to the boss? If you do, then I can think about dating you again.
I didn't do anything to apologize for. Plus, I'm done, so have a good life. We're just going to be co-workers starting tomorrow. 6 months later. April, why are you at our wedding? I didn't invite you. Aiden invited me. What? I just asked him and he said that he didn't. Why are you lying? Can't believe you have the nerve to come to our wedding. Is there a reason why? Oh, let me guess. Did you want to get back with him? It's a waste of time, you know. You're joking, right? I would never want to take him back. Then what the hell do you want? Did you come to celebrate us? Thank you, but you're not invited, so get the fuck out. Okay, then. Bye. I forgot to say this before, but before you leave, make sure to give us the wedding gift money, okay? We'll do that because I'm here as Aiden's boss. What? Boss? You? Yep. Are you okay to kick me out, though? I was asked to give a wedding speech. Wait, hold on. What do you mean you're Aiden's boss? I actually became a boss recently, and it's the company's rule to attend our subordinate's wedding, so that's why I'm here. You're joking, right? That's not possible because you guys work at different companies. Oh, I never told you that I changed my job to the company where Aiden works at. Seriously? My boss before was very terrible because I had to work overtime almost every day and I was unpaid. We could only see each other once a month, so I complained about it to Aiden and he told me to come to his company because there was no overtime. Plus, we'd be able to see each other whenever we want to. I can't believe this! I think he asked me because he wanted someone to do his job for him. Come to think of it, he made me do all of his work, but thanks to him, I was able to become the boss. What? I didn't want to come to the wedding today, but I'm the boss, so here I am. But didn't expect to be kicked out. It's fine with me because I don't need to waste my time. I wish you both the best. Wait, you're not making this up, right? Working at the same company? Aiden's boss? I'm so confused. Take a deep breath and collect your thoughts, okay? Are you worried that your company will know about this and give you the cold shoulder? Don't worry about it. I'll keep it private. 10 minutes later.
April, are you serious? You're my boss. How? When?
Didn't you know about this? The company should have put up a notice last month.
I don't care about who goes to what department, so I didn't look at it.
Isn't it common sense for you to look at it if you work there?
Shut up and answer my question. Why the hell are you my boss? I should be the one because I worked here long. Plus, I work so hard.
Just want to tell you that your results matter. So that's why I was chosen, because of my achievements and my effort.
Excuse me? Are you saying that I didn't do anything?
Exactly. You choose what job you want to do and what you don't want to do, and also blame others for your mistakes. You're turning into a jackass since you broke up with me. I heard you judge people based on which college they went to and make fun of people who go to low-level colleges. Who the hell will choose you as a leader?
What did you say?
You should think about what you say. If you keep on doing that, your subordinates might get past you.
Damn, I don't believe this. Oh, so that's why you were ordering me around recently.
You really didn't know about this, huh?
No, This is bullshit. I don't want you as my boss, so I'm going to change my job.
I have no problems with that, but do you have somewhere to go? I heard it's a pretty hard time to change jobs.
I thought that you would ask me that, but don't worry. That's why I'm going to marry Camille. Do you know that she works at a big company? Even though it's a different job for me, I can use her to work there.
Really? That's good to hear.
I hated the company anyways, because I was never asked to become the leader. I think it's just jealousy, though.
No one is jealous of you.
The company is shit, and I'm pretty sure it won't last long, so before that happens, I will quit after the wedding and work at Camille's company. Oh my god, what if I become the leader there?
Sorry to break it to you, but Camille works part-time.
What?
You're thinking about working at her company, but she can't do anything, you know. I think you need to do an interview and take a test to get in.
What the hell are you talking about? She's working full-time.
No, she's not. She's actually never worked full-time since she graduated college.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you didn't know about this? Also, just wanted to tell you that her goal in life is to find a random job and marry whoever.
Wait, she told my parents that she works full-time since college and is a full-time worker now, so my parents were happy and accepted the marriage.
Just a word of advice, she'll do anything to get what she wants, so you should talk to her about things. It'll suck to know the truth after marrying her.
What truth?
You'll see. Anyways, if you're deciding to quit the company, make sure to let me know early, okay? 3 hours later. OMG, what should I do? He found out the truth. He found out that I lied to him about working full-time because I wanted to marry him. Why would you lie about that? Because he graduated from a top university and he's rich. If I told him and his parents I only work part-time, there might have been a chance that they would not accept the marriage. I see. What should I do? His parents got pissed and they called off today's wedding and said that I need to pay for the cancellation fees and the alimony for marriage fraud. Of course they'll say that. You better pay them for lying. I can't. The wedding itself cost 60 grand, so there's no way that I can pay for the alimony. I need to pay almost 100 grand. It's your own fault, you know. You're my sister. Wouldn't you ask me if I need any help? Nope. Why would I help a bitch like you who stole my boyfriend? Wait, aren't we a family? Are you just going to ignore me? Yes. I don't consider you a family member. Everything you've done is all your fault, okay? No, please. You don't need to be bummed about it because you've done everything you can to get what you wanted, right? If you can't pay for it, why don't you ask your boss to see if you can work full-time? Even though it's part-time, you've worked pretty hard, right? There's no way I can talk to my boss about that. I've been ditching my job for weeks. Why? I thought I didn't need to work that much because I was going to get married. Wow, I have no words. Anyway, good luck with everything. After the incident. Camille went to her job the next day and obviously got fired as soon as she went in. She discussed the marriage with Aiden, but his answer was a capital no. She ended up having to pay 80 grand for the cancellation fee and the alimony for marriage fraud. Of course she couldn't pay for that, so she had to be in debt, which caused my parents to be fed up with her and told her not to come home until she paid it off. Aiden asked me to take him back, but I politely declined. Also, since he didn't have anywhere to go, he didn't quit the company and still works as my subordinate.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey there, Mom. I just wanted to let you know that I sent the $1,000 to your bank account.
Oh, thank you so much for doing that. It's always a big help when you send money.
Yeah, of course, no problem. But I had a question about Nancy. Is she getting any better? Do you know how much longer I'm going to have to send money like this?
You want to know how Nancy is doing? Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
Well, I just mean that Nancy went back home to recover, right? After she quit her job because she was getting too sick to work about 2 years ago. I remember her telling me that she was hardly mobile anymore and was going to move in with you and Dad. Anyways, I want to keep helping support her, but I just don't know if I can keep sending money at this rate.
Oh, that's right. That's why you've been sending money all this time. I had almost forgotten, to be perfectly honest.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time before I had to be truthful with you about this. The fact of the matter is that your sister Nancy was never sick at all. She's been living at home, but she's perfectly healthy. Not only that, but this year she met someone special, and the two of them are going to be getting married.
They're going to be getting married?
That's right, and to a really, really great guy, actually. He works for a big company and makes a ton of money, so I don't think we'll even need you to send us any more from now on. After all, your sister's husband is going to be making enough money to take care of all of us.
But just hold on a second. What do you mean Nancy is getting married? I thought she was sick and dying over there with you.
Oh no, of course not. Nothing like that at all. She's just been living her life over here the past 2 years, and in that time she met her rich, successful fiancé, and now they're engaged. I honestly couldn't be happier or more proud as a mother right now.
You mean that I believed that my sister was horribly sick for the past 2 years when she never even was? But this doesn't make any sense. I mean, you were the one that told me 2 years ago that Nancy wasn't doing well. You said she was shaky and could hardly move, and that's when you asked me to start sending you $1,000 a month to help take care of her. I was just doing that just for my sister.
Well, I really am sorry about the mix-up, Valerie. The fact of the matter is that we were just tricking you and using that money to help your sister find someone to marry.
You used all that money I sent to let Nancy go on dates with people?
Of course, you have no idea how much money has to go into making sure Nancy always looks good and has a new outfit for her dates. Honestly, if it weren't for the support that you were providing, I don't think any of this would have been possible. There's no way I could have afforded to do what we did with my pension.
But, I mean, I still don't get it. You told me that you wanted the money because things were getting really hard for you. You said that Nancy was wasting away in bed and that's why you needed my help. The whole time I've been living on a shoestring budget while telling myself that I'm doing it all for my sister.
Well, you were doing it all for your sister, and now thanks to you, she is finally going to get married. Aren't you happy that you helped her find that special someone?
That isn't the problem here, and you know it, Mom. I mean that you lied to me to get my money.
Well, who cares what the reason was? It isn't like you didn't end up giving up the money anyways. If you weren't able to pay us when you wouldn't have, I just saw that you had the spare cash and thought of a good way to put it to use.
But that isn't your choice to make. It was my money, and I thought I was giving it to a cause that wasn't even real.
You really need to get over yourself. You were only sending me $1,000 a month, you know. Are you really going to get so upset over such a measly sum?
I've been sending you that much money every single month for the past 2 years. And you kept up your lie all this time, too. You know that I was struggling with this, and you still had me believing it was true.
What do you want, Valerie? A trophy? The money you sent us is only going to be a drop in the bucket compared to what Nancy's fiancé is going to be helping us with.
Well, fine then. I guess I don't have to be sending any more money then, do I?
That's right. We're through with you. You can just go and get lost. Consider this my way of saying that you're out of the family. I don't need a daughter who can barely afford to send her mom $1,000 every month.
Well, fine then. I hope that you all get along great living off Nancy's husband's money. But I don't ever want to hear back from you or Nancy ever again.
Hey sis, thank you so much for sending the money again this month. I just want you to know that it's all thanks to you that I'm going to be able to get married now. And to such an amazing guy too. I really am thankful for all that you've done.
Well, there's a lot I'd like to say right now, but I guess I still do owe you a congratulations on your engagement. I'll be sure to send a gift for the two of you soon.
Oh, thank you so much. That really is so sweet of you.
But Nancy, I was just wondering, how are you doing? Like, physically, I mean. I remember that you were having some serious issues a while ago and that it got so bad you had to quit your work.
Wait, what? I thought that Mom already told you the truth. Didn't she? Or are you still just that worried about me? You really are too nice sometimes, do you know that? How could I have gone on as many dates as I did if I was that sick?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean, yes, it is true I was having trouble at work and that's why I quit. But if I'm being honest, I was the source of all the trouble. Basically, I was sleeping with my old bosses and someone high up found out and so I was fired. That's all that happened.
Are you kidding me? That's why you had to leave your last job?
Yeah, so I didn't leave because I was having health issues or anything like that. It was basically just because apparently it's against company policy to use company property to conduct your affairs on.
I don't even know what to say to all of this. It's all been a lie. I don't know whether I should laugh or cry right now. This whole time I'd been so worried about you. And now I just feel like an idiot for ever even wanting to help you.
Oh, come on. You really shouldn't be so hard on yourself, you know? I mean, sure, you were stupid for not ever checking that I really was sick, but you still helped Mom and I out a lot.
This isn't a joke. I'm seriously upset with you right now. Do you have any idea just how hard my life has gotten because of the money I was sending your way? How many shocks and scares and worries I've had that still didn't stop me from sending that money to you every month? And all because I thought I was doing what was best for my family.
I think that you've done a really great job. I mean, it sounds like you've been working so hard, you might end up the sick one. But at least you can take pride in the fact that you've helped me find a fiancé, right?
No, I am through with you and I'm through with Mom. I never want to talk to either of you again. I won't even ask that you pay back all the money that I've given you up till now. Just please never talk to me again, okay? I'm going to go home and pack up my things, and that will be the last we ever see of each other.
Wait, you mean you're going to be coming here?
I'll be out of your hair soon. I just need to collect some of my belongings at Mom's house. I have some important documents and cards that are in a safe there that I need to pick up as well.
Well, I really don't think there's much point in trying to get those now. I mean, by cards, you mean the card for your savings account, right? Well, there's nothing left in there now anyways.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that we were hiding lots of things from you, like the fact that I used your money to pay off the lawsuit that my boss's wife was trying to serve me with. There was no way that I was going to afford paying something like that, so I just took a little from you is all.
I don't believe this. So on top of all the money I was giving you, you stole even more from me?
Well, it's not my fault that you left so many banking materials and stuff here at Mom's house.
I only left them there because I thought I was the only one using the account and I had hardly ever touched it. But you're telling me that you emptied out my savings account?
Yeah, but there was only like $30,000 in there, so it's all good.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to save up all that money?
Well, you should have seen Mom when I suggested the idea. She told me what your PIN number was for the card right away.
I can't believe that the two of you have been lying to me about so much for so long.
Well, it's not that we're not thankful for the money that you've been sending us. I mean, it's thanks to you that I'm finally going to be getting married.
Oh, I seriously can't stand you right now, Nancy. And you've been like this ever since we were little, too. You always used Mom against me and always had to have whatever I happened to be playing with or eating.
We sure did have some good times when we were younger, huh? But that's just what sisters do. Don't be so mad.
How dare you try and tell me how to feel about this?
Look, I thought you said that you didn't want to talk to Mom or I ever again, right? Well, then just go away so I can enjoy being married to my rich and successful husband. We're gonna start a happy family and have lots of kids. But it sounds like you have a lot of work to recoup all the money you've lost. Meanwhile, my husband works for Tower Corp and will never need to worry about money.
Your husband works for Tower Corp?
That's right. I guess I really haven't told you anything about my fiancé, have I? Well, all you need to know is that Ben is smart and rich and just amazing. Not only that, but he's still in his 20s and already a manager at Tower Corp. He already makes over $100,000 a year. And now that we're engaged to be married, that means that all that money is going to be all mine.
So you're telling me that right now you're engaged to marry a manager from Tower Corp?
That's what I said. I know that you must be burning up with jealousy, huh? Especially after finding out the rest of the lies Mom and I were telling you.
But this isn't adding up still.
Well, that's tough, but I've got to go. I'm meeting my fiance for lunch and I'm not going to let you make me late.
Hey, Mom, is Nancy's fiance really a manager at Tower Corp?
Well, look who it is. I thought you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Do you really want to do this right now?
Oh, I do. I thought I had finally gotten rid of you. Now what do you want?
Look, Mom, I just want to ask a couple questions about Nancy's fiance.
And just what is there to know? They've been together nearly 2 years. He's a rich and smart man, and it's clear that you're probably jealous of the two of them.
I'm really not jealous of Nancy at all, actually, but I'm just think that something is strange here, and that's why I'm checking.
What's strange, huh? You're just upset that your sister is such an amazing husband who is already so ahead in his career for his young age. Did you know that he even agreed to live in my house with Nancy once they're married?
Did he really say that?
Well, of course. He knows what it means to be a good son-in-law. And it helps that he makes so much money, too. I'm never going to have to worry about money again.
I don't know why I even bother with you sometimes, but whatever. Have fun living with Nancy's unemployed fiance.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
No, it's clear you don't want to talk to me. I'm leaving.
No, hold on just a moment. What do you mean Nancy's fiance is unemployed?
Well, Nancy says this guy is a manager at Tower Corp, right? But I've never seen that guy around the office once. So you might want to double check that you really know who that man even is.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I mean that I do remember a Ben in my office who sounds very similar to the man Nancy's describing, so I'm just wanting to look into them. He used to work under me.
What do you mean he was working for you? Where even are you working right now?
Oh, right, I suppose that I never told you, did I? I'm working for Tower Corp as well.
Wait, what? Since when are you working for a place like that?
Well, yes, and I'm very busy every day with work and meetings and projects. But I do know that I've never seen this Ben guy at any of those manager meetings, and I go to every single one of those.
But wait, so you're at these manager meetings?
Well, of course, I work as a manager for Tower Corp after all.
Wait, what? You're telling me that you work as a manager for Tower Corp?
This is literally what I just typed, yes. I started working there about 2 years ago. And apparently I did a good enough job to be promoted to manager.
But you never told me that. And you've had that job for 2 years? Why would you hide that from me?
Well, I just thought that you and Nancy were already going through so much at home. So part of the reason I applied for the job was because of the higher pay. But I didn't want you worrying about me as well. But even so, it was still so hard to keep up with all those payments to you and Nancy. I had to start budgeting really everything in my life. And right when I thought things were finally starting to settle down, I find out that you've been lying to me this whole time.
So then, does this mean that you're also making over $100,000 a year? I mean, if you're working as a manager there, then you must be.
Oh, I make plenty of money, but you're never going to see another cent of it. Anyways, have a nice life, Mom.
Valerie, are you there? It's so horrible. You were right. Ben doesn't have a job. He told me that he quit his job at Tower Corp not that long ago.
I knew it was the same person I was thinking about.
This whole time he was lying about his position in the company and how much money he makes all try and get married. How could someone do that?
Yeah, how could someone lie through their teeth to exploit someone else like that?
I don't know what to do. The truth is I still want to marry Ben and we had our civil ceremony just yesterday.
So you mean that you and Ben are legally married now?
That's right. I know Mom wanted me to wait for the wedding, but I just couldn't. I love Ben and I wanted to marry him.
But you didn't find out that he was jobless until the next morning. Well, it sounds like you two have a lot to talk about now, don't you?
But you think that he'll be able to find another job soon, right? I mean, if he was working as a manager there, then everyone should want to hire him. Not only that, but he did go to good schools and all that. I'm sure he'll find a job just as good as the one he used to have.
Nancy, you do realize that Ben was never working as a manager at Tower Corp, right? Besides, I finally remembered who Ben was. He was a terrible employee who always tried to get the other to do work for him.
You're kidding me. And you're really sure it's the same Ben?
I'm 99% positive he would always complain that the work was beneath him and have to pass it off to someone else. And when he would do his work and would point out little mistakes, he would call the rest of the staff stupid and say we didn't understand.
You can't be serious. Did he really act that way?
That's right, so I really don't see how someone like him could even make manager. But I remember the one day he stood up and said he was better than Tower Corp and stormed out of the office.
So, you mean he just left his job at a place like that? Out of pride?
Certainly seems that way to me, yes. And since that's how he left his job, I can't see him asking for a letter of recommendation. But I suppose that even after hearing all of this, you still want to get married to this no-good liar, right?
But you can't be right. I know my husband and he isn't like that.
And just how would you know that? You spent this whole time looking for a rich husband. Are you sure you did the proper research to make sure you found an honest and trustworthy one too?
Oh no, this is really, really bad. What am I supposed to do? Please, I need your help. Do you think I should leave him? I feel like we have no choice but to get a divorce. I mean, how am I supposed to be married to an employed liar?
I don't really see how any of that is my business. After all, I thought we weren't talking to each other anymore, right?
Wait, no. You're not just going to leave me like this, right? Please, don't you see that I really need you right now?
Of course I'm going to leave you like this. Why in the world would I ever want to help you? I thought I was helping you for years, but it turns out that you and Mom were just lying to me. I dedicated the last 2 years of my life to making sure that you and Mom had enough to get by, and really all I was funding was your scam of marriage. If you want money, you can ask your friends, but don't even contact me again or ask for anything. I mean it. After that, I started getting texts from my mom asking me to help my sister. I just told her that if she wanted help now, she would have to pay back all the money I'd given them in the past. Mom stopped texting me after that. I later heard through the grapevine that Nancy and Ben didn't end up getting a divorce after all. Instead, the three of them were living at Mom's place. They have all, however, had to go out and find jobs to support each other. I heard that Ben tried to apply to high-paying jobs with huge companies, but that no one was taking him without a letter of recommendation. Now all three of them are working part-time jobs just to make ends meet. As for me, I ended up blocking both Nancy and my mom's numbers when, after some trouble finding jobs, they began to text me asking for money again. I had told myself that I'd keep the lines of communication open in case either of them had a change of heart. When I realized they would only ever see me as an ATM, I knew what I had to do. Of course, it makes me sad to think about how things ended with my family, but I also knew that at the end of the day, I had to put myself first. It's not easy being lied to, but showing myself the respect I deserve is the first step to recovery.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, you really piss me off. Do you know that? Just what in the world do you think you're doing trying to marry my brother, you cow? You really need to learn your place and back off of him, got it?
I'm sorry, what? What is all of this about?
I heard the news from my mom. She told me that you and my brother were going to be getting married. Well, I'm not going to let him end up with a fatty like you. I know that you only care about yourself and you just want to use my brother. I won't let you get away with this.
I really have no idea what you're talking about at all, but we've already legally filed our marriage. Of course we're going to have a wedding. I don't get what the problem is.
I know that, but obviously it's the wedding that everyone is going to remember. And I am not going to let you get away with having that wedding.
You mean that you're going to try and stop your brother and I from getting married?
That's right. You two might be married on paper, but it's the wedding where you say your vows in front of everyone. And I am going to ruin that and spoil your marriage from then on. No, that's going to drive a wedge between you and finally break you two up. So don't think that I'm going to let you get away with what you're trying to pull here.
Well, I appreciate how upfront you're being to me with all of this. I'm afraid that won't do. And why would you even want to do this? As far as I know, your mom is really looking forward to us getting married.
Well, I'm not looking forward to it one bit. So there. And I know that if I can convince enough people to see things my way, that I can ruin your wedding like that.
Renee, I really think that you're being unreasonable here. I mean, come on.
No. The only unreasonable one around here is you. You really think that anyone is going to want to see someone like you get married? No one is even going to go to your stupid wedding. I can guarantee you that. There isn't anyone who will want to take the time to see you.
Renee, please. Can't we just try and talk this out like adults? I mean, don't you think all the name-calling and ranting is just a little bit childish?
You think I care at all about what you like? I'll call you names I want to call you. Fat, fatty, fat pig. A person like you can't get married because only pretty people are allowed to get married. Which means that, of course, my brother in his tux will be fine. But he should be standing at the altar waiting for some fat cow like you to walk down the aisle. That will just be a waste of everyone's time and a huge waste of money.
I really don't understand what is making you act this way. I mean, I don't think that anyone else feels this way except you.
I am going to stop this from happening so that I don't have to suffer through the shame of being your sister-in-law. Ugh. Your wedding is going to blow up in your face. Don't think that just because you've gotten the legal bit out of the way that you're going to end up with my brother.
Brad. Hey there, Trish. I was just thinking about where we should do our wedding, and I really do like Green Acres as the location. What do you think? I feel like of all the places that we went to check out, it was the one with the best atmosphere and would just make for a really pretty scenery.
Wait, what? You really want to do Green Acres? But just earlier you were talking about doing a totally different venue, right? I mean, we've already paid the money to ask that other place to hold our dates for us, remember?
I know, but I was reviewing all of our options, and I really do think that Green Acres is going to be the place to do it. In fact, I had a friend tell me that Green Acres was probably the best spot we could find. And then, looking it over again, I thought they really had a point. Well, I can seriously see us getting married there.
Well, I guess I'm just surprised that you changed your mind about this so quickly is all. But I guess I'm not too strongly attached to either place.
Awesome. Perfect. Then Green Acres it is. I've actually already called ahead and signed a contract with Green Acres, so we're all good. Can you believe that we're going to be getting married in just 2 more months? This is crazy. Oh, would you mind calling the other place and canceling for us?
Hold on a second. Do you mean to tell me that you already signed with Green Acres to have our wedding there? And when did we say we're going to be getting married in 2 months? I thought we were still figuring out the dates.
Well, if we don't get married on the day that I arranged for, then the reservation just wouldn't work out.
Okay, but you shouldn't have just gone out and done that by yourself. I mean, we're going to be getting married. We should be choosing these things together.
No, it's fine. You have nothing to worry about at all. Besides, we still have 2 months and plenty of time to figure things out. And it's not like people are going to want to miss our wedding, so it's fine whatever day we choose to do it.
That's not the point that I'm trying to get at here, Brad. I just wish that you would have talked to me a bit more before doing this.
Well, it's already done now, so I don't really see the point of throwing a fit like this. Oh, just a heads up, we're going to be getting married in the morning. So we're not going to have any kind of reception either. And we're going to be getting married in a chapel, and then maybe we'll just go out somewhere and invite friends out. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to be getting there until the very last minute, so you'll have to get there early and set all this up. Sound good?
Now hold on for just 1 second. I thought we agreed that we didn't want to do this in a chapel. Not only that, but I thought that we wanted to have a big reception dinner. And just what do you mean you're going to be late? Late to the wedding? Late to the after party? What is going on here? Why am I having to do any of this by myself when we should be doing all of this together as husband and wife?
Right, well, I would be there to help with all of that, but... Well, the thing is that I just have some errands that I'll have to run that day, and I can't do them any other day.
You're going to be running errands on our wedding day. Are you serious? If that's the case, let's get married on another day. It sounds like you're going to be too busy with your errands to help me out, so I think we should just reschedule the whole thing.
Oh, no, we can't do that. I already set everything up. It has to be on that day, and it has to be in the morning, just like I arranged it.
Well, can you at least give me a good reason for why it has to go exactly that way when we agreed on something completely different?
Look, I really don't have the time to get into all of this with you right now, but it just has to be that way, okay? Besides, I've already signed the contract and everything. So if we tried to change things around now, it would cost a fee, and that would just make more trouble for everyone. Don't worry, I'm sure you can handle everything.
I really can't believe the nerve of you. I tried to warn you. Told you that you'd regret this, and you're still getting married? You really have some serious nerve, do you know that? You should have listened to me when you had the chance, Trish.
You know, Trish, I actually really can't take the blame on this one. I actually did try to, at the very least, put off the wedding, but it was actually Brad who arranged for all of this today. In fact, by the time he told me about it, he had already signed the contracts with the venue and everything, so there was nothing I could do.
Wait, what? You mean that it was my brother who picked this place out?
Exactly. But since he did it, hopefully you at least know that we're serious about getting married. I hope that you can enjoy the event at the very least.
Don't you think that you've gotten away with this? You really think that I'm just going to believe that my brother put all of this together? I just know that you probably forced him to do this, didn't you?
You really think that I forced him to have it so that we'd be getting married here today?
Just admit it! But you know what? There's still time for you to listen to what I have to say. You can still go home.
You really think that I'm going to leave my own wedding? I really don't think you know how weddings work.
Oh, don't you worry about that. We don't need you here at the wedding either. You see, I've already found Brad a new wife. So just leave already. I found a girl much more pretty than you. She'll make a much better wife for Brad than you ever would. So I'll let the wedding happen. Just not with you as the bride.
Oh, come on. You have got to be kidding me. You're really going to try and switch out the bride at the last second?
That's right. I told you that I wasn't going to let my brother end up with a nasty old cow like you. I tried to warn you, but you just wouldn't listen. But I'll have you know that I put a lot of planning into today. For hours and hours I thought about the best way that I'd be able to ruin your wedding. And then I finally figured it out. So I went and found a new wife for Brad to marry.
Wow, yeah, I can tell you really must have put a lot of thought into this. It's foolproof. Although, I have to say, I knew that you didn't approve of Brad and I getting married, but I never imagined you'd try something like this.
Well, that's what you get for underestimating me. I told you that I wasn't going to let a fatty like you marry my brother. And now I can give my brother the best wedding present of all. A much better wife than the one that he would have married. And trust me, I took a long, long time picking out the perfect woman for Brad to end up with. I just know that he's going to like her 1,000 times better than you.
You have got to be kidding me. I really can't believe that you would do this. What's the matter with you?
Oh, don't be sad just because I've outsmarted you. The truth is that you never stood a chance to begin with. But I just know that Brad is going to be so happy. He'll be overjoyed when he finally sees who it is that I've chosen to be his new wife. Not to mention that I'm getting 2 birds with 1 stone.
Wow. Well, I guess I'll give you an A+ for effort, but this is just stupid. I mean, Do you really think that something like this could ever work? That anyone would go along with this?
What are you talking about? What part of this is crazy, huh? Do you have any idea how hard I worked picking out the perfect wife for Brad? I used his picture to create a dating profile for him and talked to dozens of women looking for the perfect match. Mwah! Was very, very strict with who I swiped on, too.
Oh, hold on a second. You're telling me that you found this person who is going to replace me as Brad's wife in a dating app?
Of course I did! There's all kinds of people on there, and I knew that with enough time, I'd find the right person. And I guess I shouldn't have expected anything less for a profile with his face on it. He got all kinds of matches. There were actually so many women who I couldn't even talk to. But finally, I found one who stood out. She was beautiful and went to a good school. I just know that Brad is going to want to marry her right away.
Yeah, I really don't know if that is how this is all going to go down.
Ha! That's what a loser like you would say. But you're just jealous because you realize that I've come up with the perfect plan and that nothing is going to stop me now. So why don't you just give up on this whole thing and go home already, huh? My brother doesn't need you around anymore. Besides, I called ahead to this venue and already told him that there would be a change to the bride's name.
I'm sorry, you what? Did you really do that?
Oh, that's right. I got up first thing in the morning to call them and tell them that there had been a mistake in the preparations. So it was never, ever your wedding to begin with. Don't you get it? I've already won. Now just turn around and go home because Brad is marrying someone else.
Okay, then, fine. In fact, you know that I thank you for doing this. If this is what it's going to take for me to be able to get out of this wedding, then, well, it's unorthodox, but I'll take it.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? You're not supposed to be thanking me for kicking you out of your own wedding.
I'm sure that you thought I'd be breaking down into tears and crying, begging you not to do this. But the fact of the matter is that even before we were going to have this wedding, I was already thinking of leaving Brad. I just wasn't sure how I was going to be able to get out of doing this wedding. But now you've given me the perfect excuse.
No, wait. This doesn't make any sense at all. Why in the world would you want to try and leave my brother? I mean, he's perfect. He's the one that's way too good for you. Did you hit your head or something like that? You should be crushed. Devastated right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what you did want to happen when I found out about this plan of yours. But the fact of the matter is that for how perfect your brother pretends to be, it's all just an act. In fact, I bet you didn't know that your brother was already trying to marry 2 women in one day. The whole reason that we're having ours in the morning is so that he can run off and get married again this evening. I'd never want anything to do with that piece of trash again.
What are you talking about? My brother isn't going to be married twice in one day. Pfft, don't be ridiculous. What are you even talking about?
If you want to find out about this, you should go and ask Brad yourself. I'm going to be going home just like you told me. But once again, thank you so much for getting me out of this.
I don't get it. How did you know? How did you know that I was going to be having a second wedding in the afternoon? I hadn't told anyone that, you know. There's no way that you should know this was going to happen.
I guess you just underestimate the power of women's intuition. I mean, really. Did you think that after all the last-minute decisions about our wedding date and venue that I wouldn't guess anything? You even said that you were going to be late to whatever kind of gathering we were supposed to be having afterwards. Well, after that, I waited until you were asleep one night and I went through your phone.
Hold on a second. What? Why in the world would you do that?
To find exactly what I was looking for. All of the proof that you were cheating on me. You met some girl on an app and she didn't care if she was going to be your second wife. You told me that a friend had told you that Green Acres would be the perfect place for our wedding, but it was this other woman's suggestion.
Wait, no. You don't understand. There's been some kind of mistake here.
There's no mistake at all and you know it. The moment I figured out that you were cheating on me, I knew I wanted a divorce. And to think that we had just gotten ourselves legally married. Our parents and friends were looking forward to celebrating with us. I really wasn't sure about how I was going to get out of this until your sister found a replacement for me.
Wait, hold on. You know that you're the woman that I love the most, right? If I'm going to lose you, then I don't want a second marriage. This woman said that if we didn't get married, that she would tell you about our affair. You see? She was blackmailing me into this second marriage.
Don't you dare and try to pretend to be a victim in this. You're a cheater and a liar, and that's it. And now you're getting what you deserve.
Oh, please don't say those kind of things. Look, you know we can still get through this.
I was putting off our divorce hoping that something would happen to change my mind. But now I just know that I do want a divorce. And you better believe that I'm going to be suing you for the affair that you've had behind my back.
Wait, hold on. You can't be serious about this, right? I mean, you're really going to want to get a divorce? But we're going to be getting married soon.
Oh, I won't be getting married to you. In fact, it seems like you have two choices now. You can either marry this woman in the afternoon or take the woman that your sister brought to replace me. At this point, though, I'm just glad to know that I'm not one of your choices. But anyways, it seems to me like you've got some big decisions to make. So I'll give you some space.
Trish, you have to help me. Please get back here right now. My brother is in serious trouble. The other woman that Brad was seeing and the woman that I chose to replace you are fighting right now. Oh, it's getting really bad. They're kicking and screaming and tearing each other's dresses to shreds. Ooh, it's horrible.
Wow. Well, that sounds like quite the scene. I'm almost sad to miss it.
But that's not all. It turns out that the woman that I found was actually an ex-girlfriend of Renee. And apparently Brad was still choosing who he wanted to marry.
And then the woman that he had been cheating on me with just showed up to fight this other woman?
That's right. I guess neither one of them want to give up on my brother, and so now they're just tearing each other apart. But now my brother is saying that he wants to get back together with you. He says he wants to give you one more chance, so please come back.
Wow. Well, all of that sounds like a hot mess. But also one that I have no real stake in.
But you have to come back. You're married to Brad. I know he said you're going to try and leave him, but you're still his wife.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that at all. But I am going to follow through on that divorce. And then I'm going to sue your brother and the woman he was cheating with. Then I'm going to forget all about Brad and this woman, and especially about you.
You can't do that! You have to come back here and put a stop to all of this! Things are bad here. My parents are wondering where you are.
Well, then it sounds to me like you have some explaining to do, don't you? But like I said, this isn't my problem anymore. And I refuse to intervene. Good luck with all that. Or not. I don't really care either way. After that, I started getting desperate texts from Brad for me to help him, but I ignored them all. Finally, I just decided to block him. Instead, I hired a lawyer to handle the divorce and make sure that Brad and his mistress paid for their affair. Having humiliated himself in front of his friends and family with the fiasco at the wedding, Brad had no one to turn to for help. He had no choice but to take out a loan to pay what he owed me. Not only that, but also had to pay the full price for both weddings. The last thing I heard about Brad was that, in order to raise the money that he needed to clear his debt, he had gone to work on a fishing boat in Alaska, and no one has heard from him since. His parents reached out to me and apologized profusely for their children's behavior. They told me that they kicked Renee out and told her to find her own way in life. Obviously, that isn't how I would have liked my marriage to go at all. But I'm just glad that I was able to get out when I did and avoid getting in harm's way. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.